The second round of the regular season is nearly complete, and for the teams of the Israeli Super League, that means there are only a few games that can make or break their playoff hopes. For Maccabi Haifa, it's a chance to secure their second-place spot while finding a way to make it back into the finals like they were just 4 years ago. The players display their team chemistry on the court as they continue to explore the wonders of this holy land.
Inside Israeli Basketball is brought to you by Israel. Seeing is believing.
Hi everyone and welcome. During this special time of the year, players of Maccabi Haifa often make a point of traveling to a special place, Jerusalem, where it all began.
Yeah, this is the old city.
So it's your territory, man. You've been here before. You
My territory, yeah. I'm gonna show you the ropes.
Nice.
This is where Jesus carried the cross.
And now they're selling rugs.
Nah, this is like a
The market?
Yeah, this is the
Oh, it's like
marketplace.
it's a bazaar.
Yeah, right. And in one of these t-shirt shops, you know, I seen a Longhorn shirt. You know, Longhorn all day, baby. Hook 'em horns, baby. Hook 'em horns. Texas all day. Hook 'em horns. I'm a proud alum, baby.
Hey, there you go. Gators. Right there.
Oh, Florida down.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, how you doing, man?
I'm good, guys.
It's hard to breathe. It's hard to breathe.
Guns and Moses. That's what's up. Never seen nothing like this, man.
The players took the time to visit the Church of the Resurrection, one of Christianity's most holy sites, which stands at the location where Jesus was crucified.
Everybody was very emotional. I mean, it was touching. I know for me, when I first walked in there, I felt lifted. I felt like somebody done swept my legs right from underneath me.
I mean, just seeing everybody, you know, everybody in tears, you know, I almost felt like, you know, almost felt lightheaded. I mean, just walking in and stuff. I mean, it's almost like a huge, you know, huge weight or whatever. I mean, it's just, you know, lifted off your chest.
The tomb, they had the crucifixion, and it just shows you what he sacrificed for us. And life is short, and you really can't take nothing for granted.
To the western wall, turn right.
While in the city, Pat felt he should take the time to visit the historic Western Wall, a sacred site for Jewish prayer and pilgrimage, where visitors leave their written prayers in the crevices of the wall.
This is the only wall, you know, that's left over from the temple 2,000 years ago. I mean, just that, you know, in itself, I mean, it's just an unbelievable, unbelievable thing. I mean, forget, you know, the religious aspects behind it. I mean, just having that, you know, here.
You have to get there yourself to see it. I mean, if that's one thing, before you leave this earth, go see Jerusalem.
After experiencing the old city, Pat and James dropped in for a visit to the King David Hotel, one of the world's most famous hotels. One of the chefs is a big basketball fan. He set them up with a taste of the hotel's history while preparing one of his specialties just for them.
Opened in 1931, the King David Hotel is Jerusalem's first luxury five-star hotel. It's an historic landmark, a meeting place for dignitaries and heads of state. It's a structure that has stood through much of Jerusalem's history. During the British Mandate, it held their main headquarters. In 1946, it was partially destroyed in a bombing by a radical group fighting against the British occupation.
P, what's this, man? Where you taking me, dog?
Man, this is one of the most luxurious hotels in the world. It's the King David Hotel.
This looks like money. Big Big Willie P got that bread.
God, anybody who's anybody stays here, man. Last time I was in Jerusalem, obviously I can't afford to stay here, but I met my man, this guy Yossi, or whatever. He's been working here since forever. He's gonna show you one of the coolest things, you've ever seen.
How you doing? James. Nice to meet you.
Josie, how are you, man?
These books are amazing.
Yeah,
really
that's very old.
A lot of history. I saw Bill Clinton in here somewhere.
Yeah. There's George Bush right here. You got the Republican book.
You're right.
There goes Bill right here.
There you go. Barack Obama right here.
Barack, there he is.
Thank you for the extraordinary hospitality and extraordinary view. Barack Obama, July 23rd, 08. Really, it's crazy how many people have stayed here.
I know, that's nuts, man.
Arnold Schwarzenegger, thank you for the friendship and your great hospitality. I'll be back.
I'll be back.
Great.
Everybody that's important, that's famous, and they come stay here.
In that case, when we leave, we can sign, right?
We can sign too, right? Boom. Oh, yeah, this head. You see the Walk of Fame right here? Look at all the signatures.
Wow, I didn't see
all the signatures we just got done looking at.
There's Bill.
Bill.
Richard Gere.
Nelson Mandela.
Ron, how are you, my man? Good seeing you again. Hey, this is my man, JT.
James.
Hey, Ron's one of the best chefs in all of Israel. You're going to show us a few things today.
Let's see. Let's see what he got.
Here is the trout. It's fish from the north of Israel, who grow up in sweet water. Very, very healthy. And over here, we have the inspiration from the Italian dish of linguine with pesto.
How is it?
You see the old city? Mm-hmm. I never thought in a million years that I'd be here.
It's amazing, man. Hanging out at the King David Hotel, checking out the books of the most famous people in the world.
Damn, dog, this is crazy, though, bro.
It really is, bro. It's just nice. Did you ever think you'd be looking at that book, you know what I'm saying? Just
heck nah, dog.
Basketball brings a lot of stuff.
A lot of stuff, bro. It's just experiences.
The Super League regular season is now down to the final stretch, and Maccabi Haifa has their sights set on a playoff berth. Coming up, we see how the Greens grab second place, and later we'll explore which teams are fighting for the final playoff spots.
Inside Israeli basketball is brought to you by Israel. Seeing is believing.
Thanks to a 4-game winning streak, Maccabi Haifa finds themselves in sole possession of second place with a 13-7 record. The team has played well-balanced basketball of late. Each player can impact the game at any time, giving other teams a difficult time matching up against them. The first win of the streak came on the road against Netanya.
The nice dish from Calathes and the jam by Dante Smith.
Although most of the game was close, Haifa outscored Netanya 24-12 in the fourth quarter, sealing a 79-68 victory on the road. Gal Meckel and Dante Smith were big contributors in this game, scoring 20 points each. Meanwhile, James Thomas put up a double-double with 12 points and 14 rebounds. The next game was back home in Romema against Ashdod, a team led by two NBA-caliber players in Marty Collins and Diamond Simpson. But the Greens came out red hot. James Thomas once again was a major factor with another double-double, 24 and 13. And Paul Stoll scored a solid 17 points off the bench. Haifa led the entire game and finished with a 95-85 victory. The following week, Haifa gutted out a difficult come-from-behind victory in Herzliya. After halftime, the Greens were down by 7, but went on an incredible 20-5 run in the third quarter to go up 52-45. Late in the game, J.R. Reynolds and Romo Beck brought Herzliya back within 3 points. But Smith, who was hampered by an ankle injury all night, took Haifa on his shoulders, scoring 8 points in the last 4 minutes of the game as the Greens went on to win 89-82. The toughest matchup for Haifa came at home against Jerusalem. It was a back-and-forth contest with constant lead changes. Pat Calathes was a huge factor, scoring 26 points along with 12 rebounds. And the team totaled an astounding 26 assists. Late in the game, the Greens went up 77-68 after a Meckel three-pointer. Jerusalem was able to cut the deficit to 4, but both Stoll and Calathes proved too much for the Reds as Haifa earned a 91-84 victory. With only 2 games left in the second round of the season, Maccabi Haifa hopes to continue their run through the third and final round, with the league administration recently announcing an historic decision to host the championship game at Romema. The Greens will have an enormous home court advantage in the playoffs. Gal Meckel has helped lead Maccabi Haifa into second place as the team's floor general. When we return, we meet the point guard who leads the league in assists.
Israeli food for me is fresh and simple, not so complicated. Lots of lemon juice and garlic and tomatoes. It's a sunny cuisine, light, lots of olive oil.
Well, in order to do hummus, or masabach as we call it here in the north, you start by chopping garlic, hot pepper, chickpeas, tahini sauce from Nazareth. Who wants to start eating?
Haifa got a big boost from Gal Meckel when he joined the team 6 games into the season. One of Israel's best homegrown players, he's made a strong team even stronger.
After playing a brief college career in Wichita State, Gal Meckel returned home to play in Israel.
Before I signed, I had a few options here in Israel. The biggest ones were Haifa and Jerusalem. I really came down with this thing that Haifa is really talented, and I thought with me, you know, we have a really big chance to compete here in Israel for titles.
There's Meckel, goes up, and there's his first bucket as Maccabi Haifa player.
After playing a season in Italy, Meckel is back in the Israeli Super League, this time with a new and improved Maccabi Haifa.
He gives us another tough point guard out there with us at all times, and another ball handler, another playmaker. So when a guy does all of that, and it's definitely going to help any team, no matter what team it is, what kind of style of play it is.
He's a national team player and the top level in Europe as a point guard, and I'm very happy that he's here. He's a good character, he's a hard worker, and he's a very good player, the bottom line.
Swing it nice to Meckel. Meckel smart. What a basketball of Meckel.
Meckel is the league's leader in assists, dominating the floor with an average 5.8 assists a game. He's the definition of a true point guard.
He brings one more, really good passer, into the mix. A good playmaker. He's very unselfish.
I really hope we're gonna get this title in the end of the year. We were very close in the cup, but like I said when I came to Haifa, I want to win something, and that's the goal.
As the playoffs near, teams have tweaked their rosters in preparation for the stretch run. There's a real battle going on for the standings' top slots.
In the last few weeks, there have been several changes in the standings. After a couple of losses, Eilat drops down to third place, while Maccabi Haifa climbs up to second after a 4-game win streak. Although they dominated the league the entire season, Maccabi Tel Aviv recently lost 2 consecutive games, a rare occurrence for this team. Now that the league knows they are beatable, all teams are looking to unseat the defending champions in the playoffs. Frank Hassel is possibly one of the league's best all-around players. He averages a double-double with 17.8 points a game, good for 5th in the league, and 13.2 rebounds, a league best. However, the league MVP may go to Haifa's Dante Smith. The swingman is in the top 10 in points and is in the top 3 in assists, following Gal Mikkel. There are only 2 games left in the second round of the season, and the final round can have major implications on who can make a run into the Final Four. Paul Stoll has made the most of his experience in a foreign land. When we come back, he joins Ido Kozikaro as they visit an Israeli winery.
Inside Israeli basketball is brought to you by Israel. Seeing is believing.
Gal Mikkel's arrival has caused Paul Stoll to make adjustments. He's been freed up to slide over at times and play the 2, and he's thrived in the new role.
He has heart. I mean, this guy's all over, all over the court.
Stoll with the move. The shot.
He can shoot it.
The 3 ball by Paul Stoll.
The little guy never wants to be denied. And his passion for the game, and he works hard. He's one of the hardest working players that I ever played with.
Just having him on the court, just helps out the entire team. I mean, he can really pass the ball too. I mean, that's his. That's the kind of player he is. He's more a pass first kind of guy.
I've always been a pass first guy since I was 10 years old. So I sometimes overpass, and guys get on me, like, you got a shot, you got a layup. I mean, I've always been a pass first guy, and just the last couple years since my last year in college, the teams need me to score more in different places. They need me to be more aggressive on offense, so that's kind of where I started scoring more.
As the team rebuilt at the start of the season, Coach Brad Greenberg already had his starting point guard, having seen Paul Stoll play in Venezuela. But after the addition of Mikkel, Paul had to move into a new role, the team's 6th man.
I just want to win. I mean, if we win, that's the best for all of us. So I think with the talent we have, if we play like we can and play together, I think we're dangerous. So the key is to try to get playing well at the right time, which is the end of the season, playoff time, and try to make a good run. Here, I mean, we're loaded with talent, so it's like, okay, you guys, okay, my turn, all right, I got it, and then if not, okay, we got other guys where we're all capable of scoring 20, 25 points any given night, and that's really unique, I think, on the team.
Israel has been gaining the reputation as an up-and-coming wine region. Paul found out the hows and whys during a trip to the Tabor Winery, thanks to teammate Ido Kozikaro.
This is the Galil area, this is the best winery in Israel, one of the best in the world. And I'm gonna meet you.
Best in the world? Everybody always says they got the best everything in the world. I don't believe it.
We are in the Holy Land, so Jesus drink here wine. Alan, מה נשמע אחי?
Okay, so the winery was founded in 2000. Initially as a small boutique winery, producing about 150,000 bottles. We went through a very rapid growing process, at present producing about 2 million bottles.
And it's produced for people all over the world, or?
Mainly local market, very small exports to the United States, Germany, and a little bit to Europe. So we're going upstairs to the tank farm. So this is one of 2 tank farms at the winery. These are 2-story tanks. The upper tank is the fermentation tank, the lower tank is the storage tank. So the grapes are crushed, pumped into one of the tanks. Fermentation starts.
How many bottles?
Eventually 22 tons should give about 20,000 bottles. So this is our cellar. It's actually one of 2. We have another one which is close by. We use barrels basically, first of all, as a storage container, of course. Second, you get the oak flavor inside the wine. Okay, so let's go and taste some wine.
Let's go. This is mold cheese, you know?
Mold cheese?
Yeah.
You tell me mold cheese in the States, that sounds like I don't want to eat it. That's why this guy's rough around the edges. He eats mold cheese.
This is the delicatesse, you know?
Okay, first wine, 2011 Sauvignon. Cheers.
First ever.
First.
Cheers. First ever wine tasting.
For health and happiness.
If you want to look professional, you have to do it from down here. You spin the wine just to sort of open up the smells.
Wow.
It's a very nice, light, crisp wine. Best red wine that we are making. Very limited quantities. As you can see, this is one of 7,000 bottles made.
Wow.
See?
Whoa. That's what I'm talking about.
It's a sparkling wine.
Funny, this is when you have a lady, you bring her on. This is the best wine. So, Paulie, what do you think?
It's good. I like this one.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Amir, thank you very much for the tour. It's been a pleasure.
Thanks a lot.
You see, Paulie, there is more than just amazing basketball in Israel. Also a good winery and great people on the road, you know, you see.
The best in the world, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Everybody says, wherever you're at.
Basketball goes on in Israel as we celebrate the holiday season. We're hoping all of you enjoy the holidays as well. Eat a lot of matzo balls. In Hebrew, it's called neidala. Eat them. So long, everyone.